The starting gate is rolling. They're approaching the start. They're off. Moving out along the rail, that's D.M. Dillinger along with RAMBARAN, and moving out in the middle of the field now, that's Stout rushing up on the outside. The final cheers. Moving around the upper turn on the outside, final cheers now showing the lead. Along the inside, D.M. Dillinger is second, and then it's RAMBARAN third. Stout is fourth. Devil's Cup is fifth. A Day in a Life is sixth. Moving up on the outside, BJ's Whirlwind is seventh. Jerry's Cadet is eighth, and then it's Ramsey's 2. They're by the quarter 26-3. Approaching the clubhouse turn, it's now D.M. Dillinger out in front with a 1-length lead. Final cheers in second place, a gap of 1 length. RAMBARAN is third. Stout moving up on the outside is fourth. Devil's Cup is fifth. Moving in along the inside now, Jerry's Cadet. They reach the half in 55-3. Out of the turn and moving through the backstretch along the rail. D.M. Dillinger, and on the outside up now, challenging for the lead. Stout down along the rail. Final cheers is third, and on the outside, that's Devil's Cup fourth. RAMBARAN is fifth. A Day in a Life is sixth. Jerry's Cadet is seventh on the outside. BJ's Whirlwind is eighth. Ramsey's 2 is ninth. They're midway on the far turn. D.M. Dillinger out in front with a 1-length lead. On the outside, Stout second and still challenging, and then it's final cheers at third. Out of the far turn and into the stretch. Leading the way home by 1 length, D.M. Dillinger rushing up now on the outside. Here comes RAMBARAN on through the stretch. RAMBARAN now out in front with a 1.5 length lead, closing with burst along the inside. Final cheers through the stretch. RAMBARAN with final cheers. At the winner's circle, RAMBARAN. A brown Richling by Western Hanover out of Idlewood Money by Abercrombie. Owned by Judy Johnson, A. Craig Watkins, and Paul Johnson of Ontario, Canada. Trained by Paul Johnson and driven by Anthony Kerwood. Ladies and gentlemen, RAMBARAN, in pacing the mile, in 1:51 2/5, has just tied the overall track record for aged horses. And ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to remind you this 10th race is honored the memory of Hazel Park's clubhouse hostess, Nicole Hudock, who was tragically murdered a number of years ago. Nicole was well liked by fans and fellow workers alike. Not only was Nicole a capable employee, but she served as a goodwill ambassador for Hazel Park. She is missed by all who knew or worked with her over the years. We'd like now to direct your attention to the winner's circle, where popular Red Wing star Chris Draper, along with Dennis Tarleton, Publicity Director, Mr. James Scarmias, Director of Operations, accompanied by 4 of Nicole's friends and fellow clubhouse staff members, Shirley Wilson, Mary Latuca, Connie Nigel, Chris Preston, and Pat Fabiano. They're now presenting the Nicole Hudock Memorial Blanket and Trophy to the winning owners.